to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another beauty related video because my previous videos did pretty well when I was talking about like makeup and stuff, which I'm actually pretty happy about because I'm really passionate about like makeup and skincare and like fashion and all that stuff. So yeah, today I'm going to be doing a sort of like black hat inspired makeup. A couple weeks ago I posted like a little photo collage of like selfies and stuff I did, and it was like in a style that I don't usually do my makeup, and a lot of people liked it, so I thought I'd do like a makeup tutorial on it. So yeah. Okay, so the first thing I do the first thing before anything is for all my makeup looks, I always have to wear contacts. If you watched my like top picks of 2024 makeup video, you know that I can't live without contacts, and I think that contacts literally just make or break your entire look. Like, they truly transform your entire look. So the ones I'm using today are the oh, I did my nails, by the way. I think they look kind of cute, and they kind of match today's like makeup theme tutorial. Like, yeah. But the brand that I use is Molac, and I used the color Dark Peony, and I just think that, and like they're a little bit enlarging, so they make my eyes look bigger, which I of course appreciate, but I feel like they're like subtle enough that you can like tell I'm wearing contacts, but they're not like a completely different color, because they are still brown and they give a little bit of lightness and color to my eyes, but they don't change like my entire eye color from like brown to like blue, because I just look really bad in blue contacts, I feel like. So now that we have our contacts in, we can start with the base prep. And something that I've been like discovering recently about my own makeup routine is that I actually really like to use like serums and like a lot of water-based products instead of primer. Like, I've been steering away from primers just because, like, I don't know, I don't really like the way they feel on my skin, and then like I just don't think they're as good as like some of these products. So the one I'm using is the Heartleaf Hyaluron Soothing Ampoule. This one, I actually got it gifted to me, and I've been using it diligently because like I've literally used half the bottle, and I got it gifted to me like a month ago. But yeah, I just took a little bit, and it kind of has like, it's hydrating, but it also has a little bit of that sticky tacky feel that primers also have, which I think is really helpful for makeup. So yeah, I don't know. As you can see, my face has like that glow now, and I just kind of let it sit. Just that we have that, we can start on the coverage and foundation portion. So for my foundation, I don't actually own a foundation bottle most of the time because, one, I do my makeup really quickly, and also because I just find it inconvenient. So I use the Clio Glow Cushion. I'm a big fan of Clio foundation products, and I used a cushion before this one. I finished that one, and then I started using this one, the mesh cushion, and then they recently came out with more cushions, so I kind of want to try that after I'm done with this one, since this one is almost finished anyways. But basically what I've discovered about foundations is like, usually it has a puff here, and then you just like dab it and then you put it on your face, but I find that it doesn't really, or maybe it's because my puff was really old, but like it would get really, it was like it would start to cake and peel on my face, which is not what we want. So I just take a beauty sponge, and I just take a little bit like this, and then I just dab the excess over here, and then I just do a little bit like coverage on my face. And I find that this also gives like a very natural and buildable way to do the foundation on your face, which I appreciate, because I don't like to like see it pill and stuff. So yeah. switched the angle because I don't know what possessed me to think that that angle was a good angle for a makeup tutorial, because you could literally only see half my face and it was shiny and the angle was so bad. Like, I generally don't know what was wrong with me. But anyways, I switched the angle now. Hopefully this is better. And I finished putting on the foundation, and I hope you can see, like, it's glowy and it's natural, and like you can tell there's a little bit of makeup, but like not too much, you know. And my favorite thing about the beauty blender is, or like the freaking beauty sponge, is that you can like really get into these problem areas, which here in these areas my nose gets really red, and so I always try to cover it with the puff, but sometimes it's really hard. But with this, it makes it really easy. And then also I want to make sure that you put your foundation in the corners of your eyes, because if your eyes are like mine, it gets like really red over here. Like, I don't know why, but like a lot of people call them like tear burns, but I don't know. But I make sure to cover everything, and now my base is done. It's glowy and it's natural. So let's continue on with the tutorial. The next part of the tutorial, something that's really important about this tutorial, this like makeup look, is the eyes. Like, the focus is very eye based, and so in order to accentuate your eyes, you need to curl your lashes. So I have this heated eyelash curler that I live and swear by. This is my second one because I broke the first one. But yeah, like, curl your lashes, guys. I'm literally gonna show you the difference when you curl your lashes. So this is no lash curl. You can see, like, you can barely even tell that I have eyelashes, and I do have really short eyelashes. But you know what, when you curl it, this is what it's gonna happen. Let me show you. So, you know, you just curl like normal, and you give her a little volume. You just like, you tweak it as you like. And I try to make my eyelashes stand up straight because I feel like it looks better that way. But okay, literally look at the difference. Even from all the way back here, you can tell, right? So you know what, guys, if you take anything away from this makeup tutorial, it's curl your lashes. Basically, I'm literally referencing the own picture I took of myself. Yeah, that's kind of embarrassing. I'm staring at my own face to do a makeup tutorial. But in the makeup, like, obviously there's a little bit of a filter. I just found it on TikTok, but you can see that the main points are the eyes and the nose. Like, the nose contour, you can see, like, my nose does not look like that right now, right? So we're gonna be doing a little bit of makeup plastic surgery, is what I like to call it. So for the nose contour, I use two products, but they're technically the same product, but like sister products. I don't know. It's from the brand Little Ondine. I don't know. It's a Chinese brand though, so yeah, but I really like it. This is the highlighter or like concealer, like kind of thing, and this is the contour. I dropped it and I broke it, that's why it's taped up like this, but these are my holy grail because it's really easy to use, in my opinion. Like, if you're a beginner like me and you literally don't know how to do makeup, like, this is really, really helpful. Basically what you do is, what I do is, you just take this, and it has like this really thin applicator, so it's basically like drawing, like you're just drawing. Like, that's so fun, right? And you just do like two little dots or like points there, and you do a little bit of a line here, you do a little bit of a like rounding technique here, and then you just put some at the bottom like this. And this is what I look like. So yeah, like, you're basically just drawing on your face. And then I go in with like a little brush and I blend it. So you just, like, you know, honestly this isn't even the right brush, but I don't own the proper brush to be doing this, so I just take like any old brush, and you kind of just start like smoothing it out and like blending as you would in art. So yeah, and honestly, like, you can build, so that's why I only put a little bit at a time, because I don't want to end up looking like JoJo. So yeah, so that's why you just do a little by little. And Honestly, contour can literally change your entire face, and I basically just give myself a nose job every time I do my makeup. Yeah, and you just blend it out a little bit like this. And guys, do you see, like, I actually have a nose bridge now. I actually have a nose bridge. Isn't that like insane? Making the highlighter, basically what you do is it's like it's in the name, it's a highlighter. You just highlight the most important points that you want. So like, even though that we snatched my nose, it kind of looks a little unnatural because it's just like this, right? Like, it's kind of, you're like, what is going on? Like, did you actually get a nose job? Like, what is happening? So we're gonna make it look a little more natural. I just put like a little bit of a dot here because if you look at your nose shape, like my nose shape is like kind of like a curve. So when the light hits my face, and you know, my T-zone, it's like shiny, and it's like, that's the highlight point. So I put a little bit there, and then I put a little bit beside where we marked the previous 2 brown contour strokes because it just makes it look more natural that way. And then I put a little bit on the tip of my nose to highlight the tip of my nose. This I go like very, very, very light. And then sometimes I'll do like a little bit under here because I have really bad eye bags. And at the time I'm filming this, I literally haven't slept in 4 days. But it's okay because the eye bags kind of go with today's makeup look. I'm not gonna lie, because we kind of need them because they give that like mysterious black cat, like, you know, feminine vibe. I don't know, but yeah, so I'm not gonna do the eye bags today, but you just kind of blend this in. And what I do is like, you kind of just blend it in with your like eye area because it just makes your face look more structured that way, because my face is like very flat, but here it kind of gives you like a little bit of face dimension. So that's what it looks like. And you know, it's like it kind of took me a really long time to know how to do this. So you know, hopefully with my tutorial you don't have to go through embarrassing phases like I did, where I would just like draw like myself a JoJo nose and be like, guys, does it look good? No, it didn't look good, by the way. Basically what we're gonna do is my brow. So this is the Floret My Beautiful Password. I'm pretty sure this is like an eyeliner, or like, actually no, it is the eyebrow thing, I think. But even if it's not, I use it for my eyebrow. I use this in like the shade 2 brown, because if you watch any of my other videos, B2 brown, you know that everything has to be brown like all the time. Like I don't really use black anything. So yeah. And then this is the Judy Doll Long Wear Brow Mascara in shade 2 soft brown. And if you guys look at my hair, okay, like my hair is kind of growing out, but like if you look at this part of my hair, you can see that it is not the same color as my eyebrows. And then it just makes me look like an Angry Bird, and that is not what we are trying to look like. Because yeah, like sometimes I go to class and I don't put on any makeup, and I swear to God, I literally look like Red from Angry Birds. Like, it's kind of embarrassing because, you know, for some reason I just have like insane like bushy caterpillar brows. I don't know, but that's just the way I'm built. So yeah. And I also just don't do anything to my brows because I'm scared, because I used to get made fun of for my eyebrows, and then I had like a phase where I was like, oh, I'm gonna fix my eyebrows myself. But then I was like 12, so like I didn't know what I was doing, and then I basically just took off my entire eyebrow, and then I had no eyebrows for a period of time, and then even more people made fun of me. So now I just don't touch my brows like ever, because I'm just scared. Like, I just don't know, like it's either like, am I like bald with no eyebrows and then it just makes my forehead look even bigger, or do I look like Red from Angry Birds? Like, it's a hard choice. But anyways, back to the makeup tutorial. If you can see, my brows are really uneven, but what I do with this little thing, and it's like really good because it's like really precise like this, right? Really good, is I just draw like a little tail here. And, you know, since they're uneven, this tail is a little more down and like downward sloping than this one. So I try and even it out to the best of my ability. Yeah. Like, I don't even really draw the tail because my eyebrow already has an insane tail. Like, do you see this? So I kind of just like lightly fill it in because it's like a weak tail, and I try to extend my eyebrow a little bit because the way my eyebrow is built right now, it's like it ends right where my eye ends, but your eyebrows are supposed to be like a little longer. So, you know, but I'm not that skilled, so I kind of just pencil in a little brow tail here. You can see the little brow tail. So, you know, I draw it really lightly, and, you know, because I don't want to ruin my brows even more than they already are. To finish with the brows, we're going to be doing we're going to be using the long wear brow mascara that I was telling you about earlier, and basically it just looks like this, and I kind of just brush it in and it lightens my brows to this brown color. But I do have to tell you, like, the thing about this applicator is, like, when I was first using it, I thought like I was just piling it on there, and then I just had like block brows but a lighter brown. So you have to be really careful about how much product you use, and it took me a long time to realize that. Basically, when I went to prom, nobody even told me, but I literally had like block brows when I went to prom, and that is so embarrassing. But, you know, so I just take a little bit, and you just, you know, sparsely, very, very sparsely and carefully brush your brows. Just enough so that like it actually lightens your brows, but not pile it on so much that you get block brows like I did. So yeah, so that's the eyebrow portion. And then at this point in my makeup like process, I put on a little bit of like lip balm because my lips are always perpetually chapped. Like, genuinely, I don't know, like, it's been like this my entire life. Everyone is always like, why are your lips so chapped? Like, why are your lips so chapped? Like, I literally eat lip balm for a living and they're still chapped. So I don't know. I have a lot of lip balms and I use all of them. Like, I think there's like a lip balm for every single bag I own. Like, there's one in my school bag, there's one in each of my purses, there's one at my bedside, there's one in the bathroom, there's one at my makeup table. Like, I have so many and I literally apply them religiously, but I still have chapped lips, like I said. But one of my favorite brands is Summer Fridays. I got this last year and she's like kind of on her last leg, as you can see. I'm just gonna put a little bit on. Yeah, so basically after I finish my base and I finish like most of the base, like I just put a little bit on because my lips are so chapped. So then by the time we actually get to the lip makeup part, my lips are a little more hydrated and less crusty. For the eye palettes, I have a lot of eye palettes and I kind of just mix everything together, but honestly you can just find one really good multi-use palette and it will suffice for any makeup look that you do. So the first one I have, I usually use Asian brands for everything, but this one is not. It's Smashbox, and this one is called the Cover Shot Punked Eye Palette, and this eye palette is unlike anything else I own. Everybody knows I do like my very soft, like pink kind of neutral makeup. This is super different for me. This is what it looks like. Ooh, I don't want you to see my room. This is what it looks like inside. It has like extremely smoky colors, and you can see I don't really use all the colors and I don't really use it often, but honestly a lot of the time when I'm doing dramatic or like dramatic makeup, like this kind of like style, like darker style makeup, I love to use this palette. And then the other one we'll be using today is the Unleasha Glitterpedia eye palette, and this one is in the shade number 4, All Lavender Fog. And I'll tell you right now, the colors we'll be using is the red, yeah, and this one is probably one of my favorites of all time. I think I talk about this palette like almost every single day. Is the Flower Nose Moonlight Mermaid series, and this one is palette 3, Ocean Siren, and I really like this one because it's the most versatile. It has, sorry, I don't want you to see my room. It has pink, it has blue, it has a glitter, it has red, and it has a brown, and I literally use every single one of these colors, and it's so versatile. And honestly, if I could only have one palette for the rest of my life, I'd probably choose this one because it fulfills every need that you need for eye makeup. And lastly, this one is also my recent favorite palette, is the Pro Eye Palette Air by Clio in number 8 Latte Senior. And as you can see, it's a bunch of neutrals, and this will be really helpful for like shadowing and like general just eye makeup. Two brushes that I mainly use are this one, which is like a regular eyeshadow one, and this one, which most people use for their brows, but I use this to draw fine details for your eye makeup. So yeah, basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the Clio eye palette and we're gonna do a base. So usually for the base, I like to do something like a little bit brown but not too brown, so kind of like somewhere in the middle of this palette. I think for today I'm gonna go with this shade. Just take this, and honestly, like, I'm pretty messy with it. I'm not that precise. I just kind of just brush it on like that, and you can see the instant eye difference that it makes in your eye makeup. So in all my makeup looks, I have a very strong like corner look, and I'm going to show you how exactly I achieve that. So we were talking about brushes earlier, and I was talking about using a sharp eyebrow brush, which is this one, and I take this, and I take this palette, and I take the red color. Any red color will do, but I try to use this one because it just looks more natural. If you use too bright of a red, it doesn't look natural on your eyes, and it kind of looks a bit like you're crying blood, and it shouldn't be like that kind of color. It should be kind of like a dusty, darker red, in my opinion. And I just take a little bit on my brush, tap the excess off, and you can see in your eyes that like you have your egg yolk cell here, and then your eye shape kind of comes like this, and your eye when it comes to the corner like this, you can almost imagine like a little bit of a dip here. And basically what I do with the red is I draw from the corner, sorry, not the corner, the middle of my eye right at the waterline to that corner, and I just connect it like this. So let me show you. You know, like measure kind of like here at your eye, you kind of just draw it out like this, and you're following that natural eye shape that you can imagine, and you connect it like this. So obviously, you know, I like to build things rather than come on too strong. So, you know, I kind of just build on it, and you can kind of draw as you go. But as you can see, like, you can look here, it gives your eye a lot more depth. And I think this is really good for people who have a similar shape to my eyes, because you can't, like, our eyes look droopy and they look kind of sad and they're small. So like my entire makeup is surrounded by making my eyes look bigger. So you can see, and it has like, you can still see that natural eye shape like that. So I'm gonna make it a little bit stronger and fill it in, and then I'll come back to show you guys the next step. Kind of made it a little bit more stronger. As you can see, I basically just went over it a couple times and built on it, and now you can see that our eye is already like really transformed. And then basically the next step is I just wipe all of the excess eyeshadow off, and then we're going to continue on with our next step. So I'm going back to this palette, and I'm going to take the darkest color, this one. Oops, sorry, I keep touching the eyeshadow palette. This one, and this one is in the shade Deadline, this one, and this is going to be to draw our egg yolk cell. Basically what I do for my egg yolk cell is I basically accentuate the little bit of egg yolk cell that I already have, and you can see like here, I just kind of just underline this, and then I bring it out all the way over here because it kind of just makes it look more natural, because if you only have like this, like, it doesn't look natural at all. So, you know, I think I even got a little bit too much for myself. You know, I start at the bottom, at the very middle, and I kind of just draw it out like this. And you can see like it's already instantly highlighted, and you kind of just feather it. You just take a little bit of that and you just highlight even more of the natural highlight that you have. And we're just gonna be taking, oh, that's the wrong brush. We're gonna be taking the red color like this, and it has a little bit of shimmer, which I really like. And we're just gonna put it on top like this. And you know, it gives that highlight. We're going to take this one, this eye palette. You can just use like the regular browns on your palette, but these ones make it stronger. Black is an extremely strong color, so I advise you to be very careful with it. You can see like I'm drawing it, and you can see the instant highlight that it has, and it just makes everything look a little bit sharper. Can't really do it well while I'm like looking at myself on the iPad, but I'm gonna try and do like a side angle on my mirror here. But it's honestly super hard for me to tightline because like my eyes are super ticklish and I blink a lot, so most of the time I just end up stabbing my eye. But just be careful, do it slowly. Basically, I'm gonna pull up the picture again just to show you guys the reference because it's really helpful. When you look at this, the wing basically just comes up from the waterline and then connects right to the lash line, and it's very straight. Like, do you see that? There's no like up to it. It's very like straight like that. So basically what I do is I kind of just do it to the shape of my eye, because if you can see the way my eye sits, it's basically already has a fold. So what I do is I kind of just like sketch it in like this, and I just connect it to the lash line, and it's very natural that way. But to have that, in order to have that cat look, it needs to be thick and connect thickly with the bottom area here. So you need to make sure it blends very nicely. So instead of it just being thick here, it needs to be thick here and here. The next thing about the cat look is blush. Blush is really important, and I usually use this one, which is the Lily by Red, and it's extremely pink and goes with my normal makeup. But one that I use that's a little bit darker and kind of matches the red eyeshadow that we were using is this one, the Basic Souffle Color Pot. I have this in shade 8. It's in Korean, I can't read that, but I think it's like a fig-ish color. I kind of just go within with my fingers, and usually for my face shape, I put my blush, I don't extend it all the way out here. I keep it right here under my eye, but above the end of my nose. And so I kind of just keep it like in this area. But for this makeup look, I'm gonna put it like basically right under here, which is why I was explaining earlier that having a little bit of like eye bags is okay, because it just goes with this makeup look, and it gives that like almost like teary, like natural cat look, and I just think it looks really good. So you can see it's very blendable. I'll also show you how I do my lips. I'll do like a very side-by-side comparison. I think my lips are like normal size. They're not like small, but they're not like plump. So I kind of do this thing where I make my lips look plump. And the biggest tip that I have is to really like extend the color onto your Cupid's bow, like very like a lot. Like, as you can see, like that instant difference. I literally put it like on top, like, and honestly, yes, I do this with my finger like all the time. And I kind of overline it a little bit here. You can see like this is where my natural lips end, and you can see I kind of just add a little bit of color on top of that. Almost done. I think it looked like you can see the instant difference in the size of my lips and in my eyes and the shape of my face just from the blush. I know I said earlier that I use like brown everything, but for this makeup look, because it's like black cat, we're going to be using black mascara. So the one I have is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lash Brag Volumizing Mascara. in like black. So you can see that my lashes are still curled. That's what I really love about my eyelash curler. So you just take a little bit like this, and I don't really have a technique honestly for applying like black mascara, but I try to like make sure it's not too clumpy, because I notice a lot with these kind of brushes, they end up very clumpy on my brows. But that's just the way it goes, I guess. So you can see it's adding like instant volume and instant color. Right, that's so cute, and it just kind of gives like black mascara, and especially like Western volumizing mascara like this, it gives a really nice smoky like effect, which is very cat-like, and I think it looks really good. So this is kind of like what it looks like when it's finished. On one side you can see it looks very similar to the photo I posted and the photo I've been referencing. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish the other side, and then I'm going to show you guys the full makeup look. Okay, so this is the finished makeup look, and as you can see, I don't know about you, but I'm really getting the black cat vibe out of this. Like, literally put a black cat picture beside me and tell me that we do not look the same right now. But yeah, I mean, I hope you guys found this tutorial either one, entertaining, two, helpful, or something along the lines of that. Yeah, but yeah, like I want to do a lot of more like makeup tutorials and makeup looks, and I have like a couple ideas in mind, so I'll have to film for those. But if you guys have any other ideas, you guys can let me know in the comments. But yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.